Hello YouTube, Allegheny City Productions here. And I wanted to talk about something different than my usual. Well, it's kind of different, but it's. I want to talk to you about my diagnosis with autism and my special interests and behaviors. See, when I was 16, I was a late diagnosis and wasn't diagnosed until I was 16. I was diagnosed with Asperger's, which became autism in 2013. It was rolled into the autism spectrum. That's what I'm trying to say. And I remember, like, I would get like obsessed with certain things. My biggest one is I'm obsessed. Like, I'm a huge train nut. Like, I love trains. If you can't already tell by my YouTube channel and my YouTube profile pic. Um, I've loved my train obsession has been probably my longest special interest. Um, I've probably been obsessed with trains ever since I was about 2 years old, and I'm nearly 30. In fact, I'll be 30 in June. But I've always loved trains. Um, I had my Thomas phase and everything like that, but I'm not really into Thomas as much as I used to be. Um, Occasionally I'll look at it, but I'm not really a Thomas kid. I like more realistic stuff. But I've always loved trains, diesels in particular. I also love steam trains a lot. Um, I know a lot about trains. I re- I would always research them constantly. I mean, I know I go on YouTube, look at trains. I have a large collection of Lionel. Um, I love Lionel trains. Um, in particular. Um, and also another one of my special interests was Nerf guns. I have a large collection of Nerf guns. That was that was a more, well, not recent, because I think I first got obsessed with Nerf guns in like 2009. So it's not as old as trains, but it's still pretty old. Um, I basically got gifted a Nerf gun for my 14th birthday, and it all went downhill from there. So I just got so into Nerf guns, um, that I started collecting more and more of them. Um, my favorite one being the Infamous. Um, I, I still got my Infamous. I mean, it's behind me, along with 10,000 other Nerf guns. Um, I'm more of a heavy weapons kind of guy, so I like the machine guns and the grenade launchers and all that kind of stuff. And one other special interest that I have pertaining to guns anyway is airsoft. I love airsoft. I've never played it before. I'm kind of apprehensive a little bit to it. That's the one special interest I'm kind of apprehensive to, because I've heard it kind of hurts to get shot by an airsoft gun. In case you're wondering, airsoft is It's a gun. It's a replica firearm. It looks like a real gun. In fact, you pretty much any real gun you can think of has an airsoft replica. And they shoot little plastic BBs at about like anywhere from 200 to 500 FPS. And I've heard they can hurt. Now, I've never been shot with one, but they can also take your teeth out. If you get shot in the mouth, if you get shot in the teeth with an airsoft gun, it can break your teeth. So that's one thing I'm apprehensive about. And one reason why I'm not really allowed to play airsoft is because I live in a city and I don't really have a place where I can play airsoft, like a field or anything like that. My yard is not fenced in so the whole neighborhood can see me. And the last thing I need is for the cops to be called saying that some kid is running around with some big machine gun in his backyard and they think it's a real gun and I end up getting blasted by the popo. So that's one reason why I can't really enjoy airsoft the way I want to. But to say if I could, my dream airsoft gun, I actually have a dream list of airsoft guns. Um, if I could, I would have a loadout with like an M60 with like if the M60 would be mounted to a tripod, um, and then it would have a periscope with like this little handle thing linked to the trigger. I saw this done with an MG42, and I want to do it with an M60. And basically, it allows the user to go prone and use the gun for cover and shoot the gun without being seen. So whenever an enemy comes up on top of you, they don't see you right off the bat. They just think it's like some lone machine gun just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. But somebody's behind there and they can see you but you can't see them. And it's really cool. And I would like to do that with an M60. Um, and have that periscope thing and do it with an M60 and have it like on a tripod. And then I would have for my secondary for like when I'm not in the hole, have like an M14 and then my pistol would be a high kappa. So I'd be freaking loaded. Anyway, that's like my dream airsoft loadout. I'd be like the heavy weapons guy. And I'm kind of that way with NERF because usually my primary is like my Infinite, then my secondary is my Ultra Select, and then I have a revolver as like my tertiary, my last ditch, or my single shot breech loader. So I kind of do the same thing with NERF, but I wish I could do it with airsoft too. But also, those airsoft guns are really expensive. Like the M60, I think with the loadout that I would do, I'm probably looking at like over $1,000 worth of hardware. Not to mention all the BBs you have to buy. And the thing with airsoft and NERF is that with airsoft, unlike NERF, you can't use your your ammo over and with NERF you can use your ammo over and over again unless you step on it, but that's or it gets wet. But like you can with NERF you can use your ammo, multiple times, but airsoft, once you shoot it, you can't use it anymore because it's impossible to find in the grass. Because them BBs, like I said, they're small, little plastic BBs. And then there's biodegradable ones too that break up when they hit the ground. So anyway, and then another one of my special interests is not really a special interest anymore. Like I don't really get obsessed with it, but ocean liners like the Titanic and the Britannic and the Lusitania and all that stuff. Occasionally I'll look at them, but I'm not obsessed with like the Titanic as when I was in elementary, middle, and high school. Um, I wasn't. I'm not really obsessed with Titanic anymore. But trains, NERF and Airsoft, those are like my big top three. Um, and they've been my special interest for a longer time, the longest amount of time. Um, and anyway, I just wanted to share my special interest and um, how I'm autistic and all that stuff. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This is Allegheny City Productions signing off.